First of all, and I know I already tweeted about this, but a new highlight video for this Overwatch character. I cannot believe this is reality. I can't believe that Blizzard is a company that used to exist but doesn't anymore. And there's some sort of shadow puppet company running in their place. I have no idea. For anyone who doesn't understand what's wrong with this, first of all, I envy you, because you are much less discerning than I am. But if you can take a look at the way... Keep in mind, this is Overwatch, right? Overwatch models and animation, literally, like, started a fucking, like, wave of amateur, animation work. I mean, a lot of it was porn, but in general, like, people praised the Overwatch characters for their designs, their animation. But look at this. At its simplest, animation is about defining keyframes for a 3D model. That is, like, where do you want the model to be at what points in time? And then having it move from one to another over a given length of time. And you'll notice that everything here is a simple translation from one keyframe to another. It's robotic. Like, there's no character to the way the knife moves. It even clips through her fingers a couple of times. Even her head turns in, like, a robotic, like, Disney animatronic way, you know? There's no, like, character or fluidity to any of it. Yeah, there's no weight. It's really, it's genuinely embarrassing. Like, it's genuinely, yeah. It's actually, it's, like, upsetting, man. Blizzard used to be... I have such a, like, bias towards Blizzard, because when I was growing up, like, my dad does work in VFX, and he did a lot of it on a Macintosh. So I had a Mac computer, and there weren't many video games coming out from Mac computers back in the day. But Blizzard would. Diablo, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, all these games had Mac ports as well. So for a while, the only games that I could really play, well, most of them, were Blizzard games, and they were amazing. Diablo 2, amazing. Warcraft 3, amazing. World of Warcraft, really depends on how you look at it, okay? StarCraft, amazing. And then it's like, oh yeah, well, so we just got, like, the raccoon in the dumpster outside to do the tweening for this animation. Do you like it? We've trained a monkey. Do you like it? God. Compare it to this. Yeah, like, look at any other, like, look at the way they move in, like, actual animation, you know? Remember back when Junkrat was a character? That was cool. It's not just, like, blending between two frames. It's not tweening, you know? It's like actual, like, fluid animation, you know? One of the best things that happened to, like, 3D animation was learning how to treat it more like 2D animation with squash and stretch, rather than it just being a bunch of, like, robotic 3D models being puppeteered. You know? Okay, yeah. Let's not linger on this for too long. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, speaking of early 3D animation, guys, I am feeling really inspired by Quake. In terms of, like, game design stuff, I really, really, really like the art style. I really like how it looks. I feel like Quake is such a beautiful blend of, like, early 3D models and like 2D texture work that didn't have any, like, texture blending so you could see the pixels. I really like it. I really like it. I've never played Quake before. I don't know why I thought Quake was, like, an earlier game. For some reason, I thought Quake was, like, around the same time as Doom, but no, it's 3 years after Doom 2, I think. But it's really cool. Yeah. Yesterday I played it, like, almost the whole day. I'm midway through the 4th chapter. It's really good. Yeah. Not again, Vosh praising ugly ass late 90s polygons. Okay, last thing I'm gonna say, because I really don't want to get stun locked. I think there's a lot of, like, real beauty. So this is, like, the original versus the remaster, which they're pretty minute differences, I think. I think there's a lot of beauty to early 3D models, personally. I feel like this was back. Feel like this was back at the point where there was like a pleasant degree of abstraction. Um, you know what I mean? Where things were far enough away from reality that there was a little bit more flexibility. Kind of like how sprite work tends to be like it tends to age really well because everyone looks at sprite work and thinks like, okay, well that's not meant to literally represent reality. Real life doesn't have like hard, jagged 90-degree edges, you know. It's supposed to be like a conceptual abstraction. But look at that. I think they look quite nice, personally. You know? It's spooky little dudes. Yeah. It makes you use your imagination. Has anyone seen the Scanline H Bomber Guy video on VHS, where he talks about how the original Alien movie was a lot scarier on VHS because the artifacts and grain of VHS tapes would cause like the darkness to sort of shimmer and move, and it made it feel like the alien could be there, or the xenomorph. Um, I feel that way. I feel like it's kind of good to have your brain do some of the work, you know? That's why books are so enduring, you know? Um, and maybe we lose a little bit something when everything's like hyper realistic because then our brains don't have to do anything. It's all right there, you know? Not to say it's bad. I just, yeah. Yeah, Doom is fake 3D, Quake is true 3D. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, like, in terms of how abstraction ages well, like, the Doom monsters look so good. Uh, like, why isn't this HD? Here, all enemies of Doom. Oh, come on, just show show the old ones. Come on. The Doom monsters look really good. Just the sprite. Just show the old. Show the sprites. Just please. Doom original 1992 enemies. Sprites? What do you want from me? I obviously 3. Is it 3? 3, please. I don't. They look really good. They're like cool dudes. I don't know. Do a lot of neat work there. Okay, that's enough. We've done our stun lock. That was 10 minutes. That was 10 minutes. That was pretty good. Are you liking the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack? You guys are gonna get so triggered. I have the music down really low on Doom and Quake so I could listen to podcasts. I'm not listening to Megadeth or Nine Inch Nails. Ooh, they're gonna hate me for that one. They're gonna be mad. Podcast gaming, hell yeah. Yeah, true. My first bad media take, yeah. Not at all, Shrimp. I get that Super Jet guy. When I was a kid, I was always really scared of the Mario 64 Bowser laugh music. I remember one time when I was like 5 or something, I called my dad into the room so he could be there when I entered Mario's castle on a new save, so that when Bowser laughs at you after you enter the main castle doors, he would like be there, you know? Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, I got him back later by kicking his ass in GoldenEye 64. I decked his ass so bad he never played video games again. That's not a joke. He played video games growing up with me. We played the original Tomb Raider games together. We would like both play at the same time, where I would handle the shooting controls and he would handle the movement controls. And then I got old enough to like play versus him, and I kicked his ass in GoldenEye 64 so bad he never played video games again. And I kind of locked him out of the medium there. I feel a bit bad. I specifically remember this one specific incident where we were both on one of the facility maps and we rounded the corner at the same time. No screen looking, of course. And he had one of the submachine guns and I had a shotgun, and I fucking bopped his ass the moment we rounded the corner. No, wait, he had a shotgun too. It was like the fucking samurai duel where both of us rounded the corner and we both hit the fire button at the same time, and there was just a pause. Like, which one of us got the shot, you know? And then he collapsed and I didn't. Like, the blood dripped down his side and I didn't, you know? Like, the two fucking shotgun samurai ducking through the doorway. You know, 2 shots ring out, 1 man drops. Yeah. Did you play Oddjob? No, we were both playing, regular height characters. Okay, that's enough.